Go.
Well, first, I want to say the Secret Lover Podcast is the #1 Dawson's Creek fan at Secret Lover Pod.
What the hell was that? Was that supposed to stop like that? That's all right. Fuck it. Hey, I'm Chris Brake. I'm sitting here with my good friend, John Rapp. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man.
You're clicking on the... You see a little is it disoriented?
A little disoriented. Spotify just all of a sudden stopped playing our music.
That's horrible.
Yeah, unexpected.
Well, that's okay. I'm still Chris Brake. I'm still sitting here with John Rapp.
Yep.
On this show that bears my name. And guess what, dude? Every Saturday night is punk rock night at the Melody Inn in Indianapolis, 38th and Illinois. Good punk rock and time over there. punkrocknight.com for all your punk rock night needs. And I think we're starting the show. Switching it up today. Why am I squeezing my pop filter?
I hear some jiggling.
Yeah, it's my pop filter. I'm playing with it. I don't know why. I felt kind of nervous today, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because we haven't done the show in a week or two, or because you had those headaches, those migraines.
Yeah, I'm bouncing back from the migraine today.
What's with that, man?
I don't know. I get them sometimes. It seems like when the weather shifts, goes from hot to cold or cold to hot, I'll get them. I woke up today with a really bad one, but it went away. But yeah, it messes up my sinuses, man. I need to move to somewhere where it's a steady climate.
Would you go to a doctor for that? Can't you figure something out? Because I was thinking about it, and I got a couple theories, because obviously I'm a paranoid bastard.
Yeah, well.
So, and you've always known to been kind of flakish,
Well, it's things like that are why.
Yeah, well, it's always something. But you've been pretty good, though, with this show. I'm not complaining.
What are your theories as to why I'm calling off?
Well, I'm paranoid, so I'll be like, man, maybe John has, a really bad, crack addiction or like a meth addiction, and maybe he's staying up for 5 days, and then this happens to be the day he crashes or he can't score, so now he's just puking, going through withdrawal, and he can't make it. So I have that, and then my other theory is that you have a brain tumor.
A brain tumor?
That's a pretty serious one.
Yeah, I hope not. Why would a brain tumor cause you to? The headache.
The headaches.
It's not a tumor.
The severe headaches and the vomiting, and your eyes do that weird shaking thing.
Yeah.
And I've Googled that, and
it says that's a tumor?
It's a sign of a brain tumor, yeah. But then again, all those signs are also signs of stress and fatigue, which you probably have a lot of as well. Or do you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a brain tumor, or do you have stress, John?
Stress, definitely, yeah. And coming off of that amphetamine.
Yeah, you've been off that for a while now.
Right.
Prescribed amphetamine. He's not a meth head that I'm aware of. John, you're not a meth head,
No, definitely not.
That's good. Man, now my pop filter's falling down. Fuck it.
Things are going awry a little bit. The music isn't playing. It's hot in the studio today. We're going to get through it, though.
Is it a rye? Or awry? I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably a rye.
I was talking shit to some guy on the Facebook today. I'm in some group called Podcast Community, and there was some guy he had a really obnoxious name like Zeus. In fact, I'm going to look up his fucking name right now. Let's see.
A Roman god?
I'm not quite sure what his name... I got it here. Ryan Zeus Martin. Yeah. Anyway, so this bastard, we were going back and forth. I wasn't even planning on talking about this, but that doesn't matter. We were going back and forth. Somebody, the moderator of the group, said, way to go, Corolla. Because
Corolla? What'd he do?
Well, there's the podcast patent troll.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what's the update?
They came out and said that they backed off.
The patent troll owner backed off?
Yeah, and canceled the lawsuit.
That's good.
And
that's really good, because that lawsuit is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, Corolla's still going at him.
Is he?
Yeah, he countersued. He's continuing with the countersuit. He's
suing them.
Yeah, because what they realized is that they backed down because it's not worth their time or money to fight him because they're wrong and that he's going to win.
Right.
They have a patent that doesn't mean shit.
They're probably betting on nobody suing them back or whatever, right? Just
exactly.
Bet on them laying down and taking it.
Yeah, so basically what happens, you're a podcaster, a guy comes up to you and says, hey, I have this patent. You can't see the patent, but I'm telling you that I have this patent. And in it says that you're violating my patent. Well, what part of your patent? I can't tell you.
They won't even show
They
it?
won't even show. They won't even say anything.
So he's just calling BS on them.
And they say, you need to give us, I think they asked Corolla for $3 million, maybe, or $500,000. I don't know. They want serious cash.
Wow.
And on top of the cash, what they ask for is a percentage of future incomes.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what they do. And they're
not even asking for something reasonable. That's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But they also have that all the paperwork you have to sign. You know, the contract is like the most secure contract in their favor that you've ever seen in your life. Like, because these companies that hold these patents, they're not really companies. They're just lawyers who set up an LLC. You know, like they set up a company.
Yeah.
So all they are lawyers. They don't own, you know, they rent the patent from a company who just buys patents.
Mm.
Yeah, and all these companies work together. It's basically one company, but they work through the system and have multiple companies set up. You know,
that's pretty shady, man.
Yeah, the big ones in San Francisco, I believe. That's the company that owns the patents, and then they lease those patents out to a company set up in Texas.
Yeah,
you know, it's just a big clusterfuck, but they got the system down and they know how to make it work for them. And so you sign this thing and you pay them the money, and then the case gets dropped with someone else and they prove that it's unconstitutional and they can't do that. But what they signed says no matter what happens in the future, they still have to pay them the money. You know, like,
that's outrageous.
Yeah, and they're not allowed to tell anybody about it, or they'll get sued again. It's horrible.
That's like bullying.
That's exactly what they're doing, and you know, and they're coming after every fucking podcast you can think of, like the top 300. You know,
but really, I mean, they would sue everybody if they could, right? If they thought it was profitable. I mean, they're saying that they own the podcast.
Exactly, episodic content. Why is it telling me I have no internet connection? Yeah, see, this isn't working. So basically, this Zeus bastard tells me that, or tells the Post on the thread, says that he's not a fan of Corolla and that he doesn't like how he's making this podcast troll thing an issue. It's like, what the hell? You know, and this guy runs a podcast. It's like, what the hell's wrong? You clearly have no idea what the hell's going on. He's like, it hasn't affected me. I don't think it'll affect anybody, you know, except for him. So he's making his fans pay for it. Which, first of all, he's asking for donations, but he hasn't even gotten like a third of what he's actually going to need to fight these people.
Yeah, he's asking for donations so he can go out on the front lines and fight this for everybody, right?
Yeah.
So this guy on the thread should be thanking him.
Exactly, but he's like, it's not affecting me. It's like, dude, it's going to affect everybody, because then they're going to start, you know, they're going to start regulating podcasts. Like, basically, that's what you don't want. Yeah. You don't want podcasts to turn into terrestrial radio or TV where it has to be regulated, and then you have to have a license to even have a podcast. Right. Like, that's eventually what it could turn into.
Yeah.
You know, if this big conglomerate says that they own it and this is how it works, and everybody who makes a podcast owes them money.
That's how it goes in the courts too. You know, like lawsuits and whatnot. That's where these things start.
Yeah. So this Zeus guy was an idiot. But what it came down to is the word affect and affect.
Oh, he used the wrong one?
I guess he did. But when I responded to him, I used the same wrong one. And some other guy had corrected him with an asterisk. And I just don't know the difference between affect and affect. Because when I know something's going to affect you, I see the word A with an A, affect, as that wouldn't be the word, but I think it would be the word.
No, I think it is.
It's an A, yeah.
A,
I know.
You use A if it's influence. If it influences you, that's affect.
If it's a verb.
I see, that's where I get lost. I don't know about that.
I think affect is a verb.
Is it? Okay.
If it's going to affect you.
Right.
That's the verb. And if something is the effect, that's a noun.
Right.
Because it's a thing, see? It's
an
effect, I think.
I just remember in high school they taught us influence. If it's an influence, then it's an A.
Okay,
if it's not an influence, then it's an E.
So so here's a question. What if it affected you?
That's an A.
Okay, that's what I thought. Hopefully people are learning from this, because I wasn't aware. Luckily, some guy named Emilio, I believe his name was, on the thread, informed me by making fun of the other guy. He didn't touch me, though, because he was in my support. I just hate these. I get in there with these motherfuckers all the time. Like, I like to start shit. And, yeah. And I didn't realize you're not supposed to cuss in these groups. It's like the number one rule.
I didn't realize that.
And some woman posted that podcast thing, and the company saying, the troll basically saying, "Oh, Corolla's taking advantage of his fans, and that this is an unnecessary lawsuit. He doesn't have to do this because we told him that we didn't want to sue him anymore, and now he's using his fans' money and blah blah blah. And now they're trying to turn his fans against him." So I basically, I said, Personal Audio, that's the company, the trolls, said, "Personal Audio is full of shit. Now they're trying to turn Corolla's fans against him, and they're running away from the fight like the fucking pussies that we all know they are."
Yeah, right.
These guys are pussies. And then the girl's like, I want to use that language because I have one or something. And, I had no idea what she was talking about. And finally I realized she was referring to her vagina.
Right.
And I'm throwing all this language out there. And then I realized that the woman who posted it was the administrator of the group that you're not supposed to cuss in.
Right.
So thumbs up to her for not kicking me out or giving me shit at all and making a vagina joke. I like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know what we have going on the show. I do want to thank everybody, though, for going to our chrisbreakshow.com website and clicking the Amazon link and running through the games there. I have no idea what I'm talking about now. John, help me out here.
You click on the Amazon shopping cart and you buy stuff off of Amazon, and we get a percentage of it, and that helps us do stuff. And we need to buy a new laptop and whatnot, and that's where we get the money to do that. So again, chrisbreakshow.com. Click on the Amazon shopping cart, and you can make purchases, and that helps us out a lot. As far as what's going on the show today, I know one thing we're going to do is we're going to record some lines.
We're not even going to take the time to do this on our own time. We're going to do it on your time during the show here. First of all, John, are we connected to the internet right now?
Now we are. It's been going on and off, but now we're connected again now.
Man, that sucks. Anyway, okay, well, let's get down to business here. I don't even quite know about it, but we were invited to do I don't know, should I just read your email here?
Yeah, that's all the info is in there. That's what I was going to do.
Who's this from?
This is from Persis Schenker from the Tomboy T-Rod.
Tirade for all you English-speaking folks.
Right. Yeah, I forgot.
If you're Asian, then it's T-Rod, or if you're a tomboy or a tart, or Singaporean,
right?
Singaporeanite, then it's T-Rod. But yeah, the Tomboy Tarts, Tomboy T-Rod. Tirade. T-Rod is more fun to say.
It is. Yeah, I enjoy saying T-Rod.
And it's Tomboy Tots, not Tarts.
Tots, where does that come from?
That's just how they say it.
Oh, they say Tots?
Like, where does T-Rod come from?
They say T-Rod.
Yeah, they say Tots.
Do they?
Yeah.
Tomboy Tots?
Yeah.
Oh, is that just like their accent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Same with T-Rod, It's potato, people.
Right. Potato.
Okay.
But they asked us to do something for them. Chris is going to read it here in a second, but we're very glad to help them with this, and we're looking forward to it.
So this is from Persis. Hi, John. Here are the lines, but let me set it up for you. In this episode of the podcast, we're interviewing TV personality Jamie Dempsey, a female writer who is doing a bike travel show in Malaysia for the History Channel Asia. Okay. So it's some woman who's doing... I thought you said this was going to be on the History... See, I'm so confused. John, I'm not reading it anymore.
Jamie Dempsey, she's doing a bike travel show for History Channel Asia. And then they're interviewing Jamie Dempsey.
Okay, so then she's going to promote it.
Yeah,
Jamie Dempsey, okay. So this is just us playing a character on a podcast. We're not on the History Channel with this.
Right, apparently not. Yeah, it's yeah.
So they asked us, these tomboys do this thing where they do like radio plays.
Yeah, they're really pretty cool when you listen to them.
They are pretty cool. And we get to play characters. So we're going to record our characters. So in this intro scene, Raven and I are stuck in the middle of a Borneo highway. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think so. Borneo.
Our Harley bike's broken down. We don't have a mobile signal, and we wonder how we're going to get ourselves out of this fix. Suddenly, a couple of bikers ride past us towards a forested area by the highway. Raven spots a small biker's bar hidden between the trees. We get excited and make our way there. There's two gruff-looking guys sitting outside, looking badass. That's where we need your voices. The lines are for man number 1 and man number 2 are below.
And that's us. We're man number 1 and man number 2.
Yeah. So okay, and then they have lines as well. Are we going to just pause during their lines? I'll say it. Do you want to say the lines?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Do you want to be? Let's see what we got here. Do you want to be Raven or Persis?
I'll take Raven.
Shit, Persis has the most lines. Okay, so you'll be John. You be man number 1 this time. I'll be man number 2, and then we'll do it again the other way around.
Okay.
And I'm Persis. Man number 2 and Persis. You're man number 1 and Raven. Let's see if we can fuck this knot up. Silence.
She said she wanted us because we have like gravelly voices or gruff voices. So hopefully we don't ham it up too much.
I'm taking it all the way, because when we used to do those Dawson's Creek scripts,
right?
I'd be real. I'd try and do it seriously,
right?
You know, like, and then when I listened to it back, I just sounded like monotone and bullshit,
right?
So I'm just gonna fucking go nuts on this one.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So let's see if we can do this without giggles. Let me take a drink of this cider. I got to spit.
We got some eggs. We got some eggs earlier. The guy next to the studio, he's got chickens.
Don't drink that.
And he brought us some eggs.
We did. This is how we do it in Indiana. It's a beautiful night in Indianapolis. And we just got some free eggs from my neighbor. And you know what I told him? I said, "Thanks, buddy. I've got some sunflowers I'm growing. Once they bloom, I'm going to cut the heads off and give them to you so you can give them to your chickens."
Every time you say cut the heads off, it sounds like you're talking about the chickens.
I wonder if he does that. Well, I guess he'd have to. I smell some nice chicken frying over there.
Does
sometimes.
he eat the chicken meat?
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
He hasn't offered that to us yet. All right. Are you ready to do this?
Yeah. We'll see. I hope we don't disappoint.
All right. Go, John.
Oi! Oh, I clipped. All right. We'll start that again. Hey, this bar is for bikers only.
Yeah. Bikers only, not babes.
Raven. Yes, we're bikers and we need help.
Yeah, our bikes are broke down on 100 meters from here, and we need to meet up with a good rider friend of ours. Who? I mean, hold on.
You're right.
Who?
Raven. Jamie Dempsey from Ride and Seek Borneo. Why didn't you tell me before? She owns the place. Step right in. She's right behind the bar.
Cool. Thanks. Bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, did you see that Lucy Liu chick with the sword?
Yeah, must think she's some kind of Kill Bill sword-fighting kung fu slasher or something. What's she gonna go do, slice many sushi cakes off that bar?
Scene.
I feel like our voices were too similar.
Well, she said that she wanted our voices, and I've heard before that our voices are similar. So
right.
they're both bikers. You know, they sound the same. All bikers sound like that, don't you know?
Okay, I'm gonna be man number 1 and Raven.
Okay, I'm gonna be man number 2 and Persis.
Okay, here we go. Oi, this bar's for bikers only.
Yeah, bikers only, not babes.
Yes, we bikers and we need help.
Yeah, our bikes are broke down 100 miles from here, and we need to meet up with a good rider friend of ours. Who?
Jamie Dempsey from Ride and Seek Borneo. Well, why didn't you tell me before? She owns the place. Step right in. She's right behind the bar.
Cool.
Thanks.
Bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, did you see that Lucy Liu chick with the sword?
Yeah, she must think she's some kind of Kill Bill sword-fighting kung fu slasher or something. I mean, what's she gonna do? Slice mini sushi cakes off the bar?
Dude, I don't know. I sounded like I almost sound like I was trying to do an Asian accent.
Yeah. It sounded like an Asian biker.
Asian biker. How offensive was my Asian accent when I was doing Persis and Raven?
I don't know. You'd have to ask an Asian person, I guess.
Well, they played hoedown music during when we appeared, so I think they got pretty thick skins.
I was trying. John Goodman was on an episode of The Simpsons, and he was a biker, and I was trying to think about how he sounded.
I know. I kind of want to do it again. I need to think of something like, "Oi, Oi, mate. No, hold on. What? I'm probably doing the same voice all the time, and I just can't even tell. Oi. All right, let's do it one more time. Do you want?
Yeah.
Who do you want to be?
You were saying oi, so do you want to do man number 1 again?
Okay.
This time, if I do, okay, I'll do 2 and you do 1 again. But this time, the long line where it's like, yeah, she must think she's some kind of Kill Bill sword fighting kung fu slasher or something. Then you take the next part of it. You say, yeah, what's she gonna do? Slice mini sushi cakes?
Okay, on this one.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. So that'd be okay. So I take the what's she gonna do? All right. Hi, John. Oh wait, that's. Oi. That's I can't.
Oi. Oi, this bar's for bikers only.
Yeah, bikers only, not babes.
Yes, we bikers and we need help.
Yeah, our bikes are broke down 100 meters from here, and we need to meet up with a good rider friend of ours. Who?
Oh, Jamie Dempsey from Ride and Seek Borneo.
Well, why didn't you tell me before? She owns the place. Step right in. She's right behind the bar.
Cool. Thanks. Bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, did you see that Lucy Lou chick with the sword?
Yeah, I sure did. She must think she's some kind of Kill Bill sword fighting kung fu slasher or something.
What's she gonna do? Slice mini sushi cakes off the bar?
Yeah. I think that was pretty good.
Oh man, I probably did the same voice, all 3 of them. So we'll just cut this whole segment of the show and send it to him, right? Or should we just say, hey, why don't you just download our podcast and use it to your delight?
No, it'd be good to cut it. It'd be good to cut it and segment it up.
Okay. I don't know. Should I delete my Asian accent in hopes of in fear of offending them, or
I don't know. I mean, like you said,
fuck it.
They know what they sound like. And,
it's not like I'm not putting this out for the public to hear anyway.
Yeah, I don't think that they'd be. You never know, especially with like entertainers. Sometimes you wouldn't want to say the wrong thing and make somebody mad. But
I was.
You know what? Half the time I think that you're not going to piss somebody off by something you do, and it happens to be that you do piss them off. So who am I to judge?
I got a bad habit. Well, you got a pretty good habit of pissing people off.
Probably do. And it's always on accident, so maybe we should. I don't know.
What else is there? Oh, yeah. Speaking of bad habits, pissing people off, I drunk dialed Josh Robert Thompson.
Yeah, and I told you I thought that was a great idea, so.
You did.
I said you should do that sometime for sure.
But this was a. Normally, they would, I call after like 3 or 4 beers. This is probably like a 7 or 8 beer phone call.
Josh Robert Thompson was on our show. He's the voice of Jeff the Robot.
Oh my. Yeah, however you do is in your pants.
Balls.
This is insulting, me trying to do his voice.
That's exactly what it sounds like. To me, that's what I think. The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, the robot, the gay robot sidekick, we had him on the show. And he gave us his phone number.
Well, technically, he didn't give us his phone number. He called from his phone number.
And we saved it.
Yeah, we saved it. And I said, one day, I'm going to call that guy when I'm drunk. And it happened the other night. And he did not answer the phone.
What time was it that you called? Because keep in mind, it's going to be 3 hours earlier out there.
Yeah, I didn't call him too late for his time then. But that is a good question. I'll tell you right now.
It was probably like 10 o'clock his time or something.
Let's see. I called Kendall Person as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm glad you did because he wanted us to call him. And so, what did he have to say? Kendall Person, the public blogger, we had him on the show a little bit ago, but what did he want?
Oh, let me see how long I talked to Josh Thompson here, or what time I called him. 2:29 a.m.
2:29?
2:30, so it would have been 11:30 for him.
Yeah, that's maybe he goes to bed earlier.
46 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And that's including the time for the voicemail, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably good.
I left a message. It was probably like, "Hey, Josh, that was a funny voicemail. I'm drunk dialing. I'll be honest with you, but just give me a call back. This is Chris Break, 317 for. Gets her back on the show and talks to you about see what's going on. Talk to you soon. And beep, never heard back.
Well, but to be fair, I mean, we had to go through his agent or whatever before. So,
yeah, but that was smooth.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, no, I don't hold this against him at all. Because I probably wouldn't call me back either. But he did have a very nice voicemail.
You said it was in the voice of Morgan Freeman?
Yeah. It was his Morgan Freeman impression, which sounds nothing like, this is Morgan Freeman. Well, I fucked it up. This is Morgan Freeman. You've reached the voicemail of Josh Thompson. The rest of it. I can't do the rest, but... No, Josh Thomas is what he said.
Josh Thomas?
Yeah. It was quite nice.
If anything, you're putting the name out there, it's like, if we contact him again a little bit, it'd be like, yeah, who is this Chris Brake? I've heard of that, I've heard of that recently. What is that? Yeah, I'll do the show.
But how much do you want to put the name out there in that light?
Well, I don't know. It depends.
But I did, in all fairness, I did publicly take responsibility for on the Facebook.
I saw that, yeah.
I tried to tag them, and I haven't figured out how to tag people or at them on the groups. Is there any way of doing that? Steve-O was easy to do. But,
on groups?
I posted a post,
and
I think with Steve-O, I was able to put at Steve-O,
right,
and it showed up, but with at Josh Robert Thompson, it didn't show up.
I don't know what that is, man. I don't know what that is. I tried to tag the Man Cave, whatever, what's his name? Randy Now. Yeah, I tried to tag Randy Now, but couldn't do it.
I don't know.
Sometimes you just can't. It might be their privacy settings. Sometimes I think it's a glitch on the Facebook. Sometimes, but
yeah, Facebook's been glitching out on me pretty hardcore recently. I constantly think I'm getting blocked from groups because just people's posts just stop showing up.
Are you getting blocked?
On the thread.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll be looking at it on the app and then I'll log into the website. I'll be using the Facebook app. And I'm in a thread, and then all of a sudden it keeps telling me people are posting, but none of them are showing up.
Oh,
yeah,
that's weird.
It is weird. So now I've learned to just go to Facebook.com in Safari and log in, and then I can see everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it might be the app, man. That
tapping my fingernails on my screen.
we got something interesting. We might be going live.
That is interesting, John. Are we supposed to tell people that?
I don't know. I like to talk about things that are happening with the show, on the show.
The behind the scenes. I like that guy. What's his name? Mike Moore?
Yeah.
For a couple reasons. But I'll tell you, here's my favorite reason why I like him.
That was crazy. You ended up talking to him in the group.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that I was not a prick to. He was one of those guys that had my back when I was being a prick. Because I go to Facebook groups and I'm a prick sometimes. Except for my favorite ones. But nobody knows which ones those are. Those are secret groups. But one of them, the initials are SFS. That's all I can tell you. But, yeah, so that bastard, he was super cool.
That's good to hear.
And I'll tell you why I like him.
It
is because he wanted us to go live. And, I said, yeah, we've always been wanting to do that. And then in my head, and I sent John a message, I was like, dude, I don't even know if I want to go live.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm thinking... That's too much commitment, John didn't even fucking show up this week for the show. What if we're supposed to be live and then John doesn't show up? Then what the hell's going on?
At that point you're locked in. There's no calling off.
Yeah, what if we don't like doing it? Whatever. And so I was like, dude, just see if we can just play our show on there and not go live.
Yeah.
And then he pushed us.
Yeah, he talked us into it.
Yeah, and said, "Look, dude," and we didn't say anything other than, how can we just play the show and not go live?
Right.
That's all we said. He goes, look, no commitment. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's no big deal, but I highly suggest that you go live.
He said, try it for a couple weeks, and if you don't like it, we can play the pre-recorded show.
And I fucking love it when people push me. I love that. Thank you.
Yeah. Sometimes you need that push to take the plunge. So.
Yeah, plus tell me there's no commitment because, I don't know, when we were dealing with that asshole, he's not an asshole so much as he has a moron, but Knucklehead Nick at Indiana Talks, that guy was just a fucking, like, it just seemed like he'd just pressure you and just hold you, you know.
Yeah.
He'd call you up and be like, hey, we're going to go to the Indy 500
tomorrow,
and we're going to cover the race.
Yeah, and you're going to cover it for us.
Yeah, it's like, I'm what? Yeah, we're going to go live, bro. Like, okay. I was like, well, what do you got? He's like, well, I got a cell phone. You and John can share a mic. No? He's like, well, we don't have headphones. Like, wait, what? We're going to stand on the corner. We don't have passes either. It's like, wait, what? It's like, yeah. And,
that's what we did with the gay pride fair or whatever. That's what he said.
Yeah. And he just has all these plans, and here's what we're going to do. And then finally, after you're stressing, and you're trying to figure out his technical issues for him.
Yeah, how in the hell are you going to pull this off?
I'm like, look, dude, like, I'm not doing it with one microphone.
Right.
I need headphones.
And then,
because what if something's wrong?
Yeah.
You know, like.
But then come to find out, it doesn't even pan out anyway. It's like, oh, well, we're not gonna do that.
Come to find out, he's like, oh, well, you know what? I talked to the boss, and no. We can't. There's a show running at that time. It's like, you fucking moron! Well, didn't you know there was a show running at that time before?
Why did you rile us up?
Yeah.
But so we kind of have a bad experience with trying to commit to something. But hopefully this live, I think it'll be one day a week, right? We get to pick the time slot.
It's on Radio Fubar.
Right.
I think it's radiofubar.com. But then also all the replays will be on IndianTune.com.
Right.
Which is cool. Indian Tune is the largest, biggest, I guess, local Indianapolis music. Only Indianapolis music. Maybe some Indiana music as well, but only unsigned Indianapolis music. IndianTune.com. And you know what? Fuck, I don't even know. Okay, so this asshole, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm not trying to get off on a knucklehead Nick tangent. But
still got him in your system?
Yeah, because he's talking to me about being professional, because he's the most unprofessional person I've ever met. Yeah. And he had...
that seems to go that way. When people try to talk about being professional, it seems like they usually are the most unprofessional guy in the room. It's weird.
And I know I sound like an asshole on the air, but I'm really not like this off the air. You know, I mean, like, I know how to mind my P's and Q's, you know, like if someone says, hey, let's go do this, I'm going to go do it.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. And I remember this guy, when he tried to sell us, he was like, oh, Wood FM. You know, I used to be a member of Wood FM. I started that. It's like, what is that? He's like, oh, it's a local Indianapolis radio station. I go to the page and they've got probably the same amount of likes we do, you know, like 200. So if you don't like our page, go do so. We need as many likes as possible. But, and how long did it last? He's like, oh, like 2 months. It's like, oh, you're bragging about something that you didn't even get off the ground. And then I go and I look at that Wood FM, the Facebook page, and he left some really like snarky last post of, you know, like the last post. He's like, hey guys, Wood FM is over because some people we were working with, Free Radio Indie, stole my idea and left and went to go do this, and you know, and he just started talking shit about this, you know, this other person. Meanwhile, he has no idea that Indian Tune's been doing it for like 8 or 9 years, maybe longer.
Right,
as a fucking moron. And then now Wood FM is playing on Indiana Talks.
Are they?
Yeah, like 10 p.m. But I listened to it. I couldn't get into it. But you know what? I just want that guy to be gone with. I just hate that guy so much.
Really?
Well, you know,
I was kind of hoping that we would cross paths again at some point.
Well, you know, people that are just so like irritating, like the type of person who's just wrong all the time, but they think they're right.
Right.
And their IQ is so low that you can't explain to them. You know, like he's that guy. You know, and like it reminds me of a line from Taxi that Danny DeVito said to Bobby Wheeler.
What did he say?
And I want to say this to Nick. He said, Nick, no, I'm sorry, I won't put Nick's name there. He said, Bobby, sometimes I wish you were smart just so you could see how stupid you are. It just fucking cracked me up. So he's like one of those guys. That's why I just get him in my head. I just get so frustrated.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this guy trying to have a career? Why is he doing anything? Like, he shouldn't be doing anything like this because he's bad at it and he has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
And to sever ties with us, because of however that happened.
Because
that's what I found. Yeah.
That's what pisses me off mainly
me
about
too.
the guy. He fucked up times 10. Fucked up like 8 things, and then he severed ties with us
like it's our
because
fault.
we had a problem with it. And we dealt with it very professionally because he told us that his boss knew the answer. And we said, okay, well, what's the answer? And the kid did not give us an answer, so we went to his boss and said, hey, here's the situation. What's the answer that Nick said you would have?
Right.
And then the guy said, I don't know. Let me ask Nick. So the guy obviously had no answer.
Right.
And then Nick got mad at us for asking his boss for the answer that he told us the guy had.
Right.
And he said, this better not happen again. I said, I didn't do anything wrong. Fuck you. And then he fired us. I'm glad I explained all that again. That guy just pisses me off.
Well, so hopefully this radio food bar won't go that way.
No, it won't, man. Those guys are fucking top notch. Because you could tell just based on somebody who has an answer and knows what they're talking about. Like, you couldn't talk to Nick without him fucking up something just in his speech.
Yeah.
Every 2 seconds. He just would say things backwards constantly.
Yeah, and it was very confusing. It took a while to understand that. But see, we were willing to work with that. I mean, some people just call you out on it and be like, dude, this guy's an idiot. I'm not working with him.
I know. Which I did, kind of.
Eventually, we ended up doing that.
And that's what the fuck you was, you know? Like, you're an idiot.
It's not worth dealing with this.
He tried to get us to go into WITT, and while we're in there in the studio, which is like his first or second time in there, he breaks the fucking microphone. Do you remember that? He broke the microphone stand. Yeah. It's like, what the hell are you doing, man?
He did fix it though, but I don't know how he managed to break a microphone stand.
All right. Well, I'm done talking about that guy. Nice guy though. So what are you? You want to take a break, John?
I think we should probably take a break, and then we might do some phone calls.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll probably talk to Rich, the master of punk rock nights, the Melody Inn, and who knows? Who knows? I don't know. John, do you know?
I want to try to get a hold of David Allee. I guess he just got out of the hospital.
Yeah, that looks bad.
So we might not be able to talk to him, but if we get a hold of him, we'll see what's up with him getting out of the hospital.
Oh, I think we're going to be speaking to Dale J. Gordon as well.
Oh, nice. Haven't heard from him in a while. Is he doing Bum number 2?
I think he's doing his Monster Bum series number 2.
Nice.
Although I haven't told him we're calling him. I need to talk to Mike Pitzer. I like that guy. Let's take a break so we don't run out of time. We'll be back. All right, we are back, and we are calling Mr. David Allee. Or is it Allee?
I'm pretty sure it's Allee. He said it's like between 2 buildings.
Yeah. But not.
Hello?
Hey, hello, sir. David Allee.
Chris, how are you?
What's up, man? We're calling you because you have some. We saw you on the Facebook. You developed some sort of a rash, and you were in the hospital.
Yeah, it's called a maculopapylar eruption.
Oh my God, you doing better? Are you all right?
And I don't know. It's still here. It's kind of at this point. I take pills. Everybody sits back and looks. So we'll wait and see what happens. That's all I can do at this point.
What they do, just throw antibiotics at you?
Yeah, I have 6 doctors baffled right now. They have no idea what caused it. So they did a biopsy on me, cut part of my leg out, and shipped it off. And I don't know, wait and see what happens.
I saw that picture, man. It looked like they took a pretty big chunk of your leg out.
Yeah, it did.
It was sizable enough, yeah.
Oh,
thank God
Go ahead.
They gave me a local. They gave me a local, so I wasn't feeling a thing. So that was great.
But did they give you shit? Like, are you allowed to just take pictures like that, or did you tell them and you ask? Because I noticed.
No, I don't ask. I just do. I wanted it. My best pick. The one picture I did use a little. I pulled back on. At one point, I had 4 doctors in there with these clipboards, and they're all around me, and they're all feeling my leg. They're all like, And I thought, dude, this is almost porn. And I wanted to snap a picture of 4 doctors on my leg like that. But then I thought, you know what? They'll probably think I'm not taking this too serious, so I'll back off on this shot.
That's scary. Do you have insurance?
No, I don't.
Ooh, that's even scarier.
Does that mean you had to pay a fine? Because I think you missed the deadline for the Obamacare. You're supposed to have insurance, or you owe the government $92, I believe.
Yeah, go figure.
Now instead you owe the doctor's money.
Like I don't owe everyone in the world $92. So, it's one of the reasons too that I didn't sign up for the Obamacare was the prescription medicine that I need to take on a regular basis. I looked through all their different plans, and it wasn't covered under any of them. And I thought, so what you're telling me is I need to pay to have insurance so that you can't cover the medication I need, and I can continue to go ahead and buy it the way I do.
That's ridiculous,
So
man, because I didn't even think, when I tried to look at it, it didn't even seem like they offered plans. It seemed like they just pointed you in the direction of an insurance company. Like there weren't
That's why
there weren't any government plans, right?
Give it time. I think that thing will fizzle out, and then I'll have to go back through and regroup.
Well, I mean,
Figure out.
Obamacare is still confusing now, even once it's passed. But I think that the only thing that I think Obamacare is just that you're now required to have health insurance or you get fined. I don't think they're doing anything. Like I was watching Sicko the other day, the Michael Moore documentary, and I just started cracking up because I believe it's because, you see a propaganda film like that attacks the insurance companies and, United States healthcare. And then and then the government probably looks at it in response and says, okay, how can we fix this? And I'm telling you, it looks like they only watched the first 30 seconds of the movie because in the first 30 seconds, Michael Moore says, only 30% of Americans have health insurance. This is a problem. And then I don't think they watched the rest of it because now they passed a law that says you must have health insurance. That's how we solve it.
That's why I really want to start a jumpstart program to just, send David out of the country, right? So I can go live in some other country right now where you can actually get adequate care. I would, on the drop of a dime, on someone else's dime, I would go live in Canada right now, and I'm home. I would go live in South America at the drop of a hat.
Now, what was that situation?
I would go live
on your Facebook.
I'm sorry?
On your Facebook, you were talking about some guy. We got. I don't know what time we have here, but we got to cut off in a second. But I want to hear this before we go. Which first, I didn't even give you a plug. This is motherfucking David Allee from the Church of the Ass Bleeding Morons. Google it. That's what I'm talking about. Go check him out. Check him out on Amazon as well. Space Farmers series and Ins and Outs. Sexual Tales of a Sexual Failure from a Hapless Romantic. I barely got that one out there. But okay, so hold on. What happened with some bum or some crazy? You had a piss, you had a piss sample? What is that? Can you tell me that?
Oh, what happened? Yeah, what happened was I had to give 3 different samples before they were going to be able to process me out. One, they took the biopsy. They got that. They had to draw a bunch of blood so they can look at that. The last thing they needed from me was a urine sample.
So you couldn't leave until they collected your urine sample.
Yeah, right. They wanted all that so they can check and see if there's any strangeness in there, which is causing this bizarre-looking rash that I have. So I said, okay, you're going to have to wait a little while. I drank more water. Eventually, about hour later, I was able to take one of those jugs, about fill halfway, and I thought, okay, I got that covered now. So they said, okay, just set it on the counter over there, and we'll get to that later. We'll start processing your paperwork out. Well, all the morning, I've been hearing this person ramble and go off and start cussing real loud and then die down a little bit, and I'm looking out, and I'm like, who is this dude? And it was some guy who was in a blue suit, one of those blue hospital gowny type things that they put you in. But it's in the type for special people. And he had the type that covered his hands, so his hands weren't exposed.
Weird.
And so, yeah, he looked like Slender Man, and I'm like, oh, God, who is this guy? And then I asked one of the nurses when she came in, she goes, yeah, he's going to be admitted downstairs in the psych ward, but right now they don't have a free bed for him, so we're watching him until then. So I thought, oh, great. I bet you guys love this. So, yeah, everyone's putting up with this guy who's kind of tapping in and out of reality at random, walking the halls, sticking his head in places.
That's scary,
doing
man.
Different things. I know. You got a nut loose, and I'm sitting there trying to...
He's trying to get, the hell out of there with your fucking urine sample, and you got some crazy motherfucker screaming.
So I set the urine sample outside my room, as I was instructed to do. They started the out-processing paperwork. And then eventually, when it was time about for me to leave, the nurse said, okay, you did leave the sample, that's yours right outside my door? And I said, yeah, sure. Just as I said that, the crazy slender man is walking right behind her, and he's got the jug of urine, and it's open. And he's looking at her, and he's going, yeah, and he's going, I'll go empty this in the toilet for you, okay? I'll go empty this in the toilet for you, okay? And he's starting to walk toward the restroom, and they're like, no, don't do that, don't do that. But he's not listening. He's in his own world, and he's thinking, oh, I'm going to be helpful. I can do a little trick here. I can put this in the toilet. And I'm like, don't you dare fucking put that in there, dude. I don't want to have to wait here again another hour drinking so I can give them more urine. So then it becomes a situation with a cop who's there watching him. He comes over. He's talking to the guy, and I thought, how surreal is this? I'm being held. My urine is being held hostage by a crazy man. And I was like, God, this would make such a great crime drama. Everyone around this dude is like, don't get the urine. So eventually, they were able to talk him down, and they're able to recover my urine.
I'm glad you didn't have to do something. I probably would have fucking started screaming at the guy. I'm sure you were.
I would. Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't going to scream at him. I didn't, no loud noises. For all I know, he would have reached over and bit my ear off. So I thought this leave be. Poor guy is, mental problems. So I don't want to mess with him.
I have zero patience for people like that. I swear. Like I don't. I can be polite and I can be tolerant, but somebody starts fucking with my shit. I don't give a care, man. What mental state you're in?
Well, street bum, alcoholic, crazy, I can deal with that. But this guy, in his eyes, you looked and it was like, you don't go in that danger zone. Because he will eat your liver. So, yeah, I wasn't going to mess with this dude at all.
All right, man. Thanks, David. Church of AskBleedingMorons.com. Thanks for answering our call, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. I hope to be talking to you real soon. I just got a new lead on a psychic vampire that I have to go hunt down.
Oh, God.
So I got to get myself... Well, yeah. Apparently, this girl has psychic abilities that almost killed a man once. So...
Yeah, right.
I'm anxious to hear that one.
Good luck. Good luck with that, my friend.
All right. Chris, John, you guys take care.
You too, man. Get better.
Will do.
All right. Have a good night, David.
All right. You too.
That sounds like some men who stare at goats. Stopping a goat's heart or whatever in the CIA. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, they claim that the goat only died once in that situation.
They only did it once?
No, they did it numerous times, but the goat only died once, and they don't think it had anything to do with
Oh, really?
Because that was a real thing.
Yeah, the psychic assassins and whatnot.
Yeah. The goat did die once, but there's no way of proving if it had anything to do with the man trying to kill the goat by staring at it. Could have just been a random fluke. Time to go, goat.
Yeah.
All right, who do we got now?
Well, I think now, is it Dale?
Are we calling Rich? Probably. Are we out of time?
We kind of are.
Fuck, man. Oh, sorry, Rich. punkrocknight.com. I'm telling you, dude, that place has some of the best shows that you will ever see in this city, especially if you like punk rock. But, unless I'm sure they got some Republicans there, but I was going to say, unless you're a Republican, then, You might have a good time.
I think it's the gay black Republicans there.
Yeah, and I do think that the lead singer is a Republican.
Is he really?
Doc, I'm pretty sure. So, fuck, why am I talking political shit? Usually it's all like-minded people at that place. And of all varying politics.
You get a nice mix. That's for $5 too, You spend a good night.
Oops. $5 punk rock Melody Inn. Or is it 6? Or is it 4?
Sometimes it might be 6 or 4, but it's around $5.
It's always under 7. Yeah, $2 PBRs, I believe. Tall boys, like.
Good day to you, sir.
Deals. Oh, hey, Dale. What's up, man?
What's happening?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing just fine.
That's good. Segway. All right. Hey, man.
Segway.
Yeah, I was riding a Segway the other day, and I came up to you, and I gave you a call, and I said, hey, man, what are you doing? Dude, I'm fucking lost. What?
Monster Bum, right?
Tell me, are we going to get the number 2 of the Monster Bum series tonight?
Yes.
All right. Is it going to be under 6 minutes?
Yeah, it's going to be under 6 minutes. It's not what you think. It's not like you want to retell that story or something.
No, it's good. That's just we have exactly 6 minutes, so we want to hear it for sure. Monster Bum number 1 was definitely a classic. Can't wait to hear number 2.
All
right, so Dale, what happened today? Tell me a story. Tell me a tale. Tell me a Dale tale.
When are we starting? Right now?
Oh, yeah, you're on the show, sir.
Okay, he's on the show now. I'm staring out at the Nashville skyline from the south side of town up here on a slab that they call Slab Mountain. It's where all traveling musicians and bums and humbums and hobos all come to, retire on a piece of concrete rather than a bush somewhere. And you're outside society. When you look and you just see all these lights out there and the stadium and big fancy buildings and whatnot, it looks like real pristine. But when you take a magnifying glass to the thing, there's people like myself down there just struggling to get by. I'll tell you what, life finds a way. Oh, yes, it does. That guy in the alley who was like, get the fuck out of my house. That probably took him a long time to get to that point. You know what I mean? He found himself a secure little spot. Nobody's fucking with him. And he doesn't fuck with anybody. Maybe goes out and begs for change or whatever. But I know the struggle, you know what I mean?
I think he was fucking with somebody.
Coming down
he was
here,
fucking with you, man.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, so you're on Slab Mountain.
It's like coming down to with the security of a job and all that good stuff. That's great and all, but, you do take into the account that there's things out here when you got to sleep out in the woods because you can't find no house, and you get these things called chiggers. And these chiggers, they infest you like 50 at a time, and they bite you, and then the bite turns into a blister, and then the blister pops, and then your two blue jeans rub against it in 95-degree weather with 100% humidity, and it gets infected. All the while, you still got to make it to work. And you don't have a car, so you wake up in a bush with the goddamn chigger bites all over your legs, and you got your little lizard companion with you that you've had for 8 years and you refuse to let go of. So you hop on a bicycle that you bought for $50 that gets stolen 6 days later. Either way, you ride all the way halfway there, and it starts storming, so you go underneath of a bridge, and you're so exhausted that you fall asleep on some rocks. And when you do wake up, you're like, oh, God, if I don't get to work in 20 minutes, I'm going to be completely late. But when you wake up, you find out that the left side of your body has completely fallen asleep because you laid on rocks and squished all your nerve endings. So now the left part of your body doesn't work. You hop on a bicycle, you're pedaling through a rainstorm carrying a sack with a live lizard in it, and your front tire's half flat. All to just swing in there and just like, well, you're supposed to be there at 7, it's 6:59, and the boss looks at you like, how's it going? How was your morning? Just going great, sir. And all the while, these chiggers are all just scratching you, itching them, and scratching and itching them, and then you work your shift, and then you wander back out into the goddamn 100-degree heat, and you're wandering around, and you don't have any money because the underpaid paycheck, blah, 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 and you got to find a place to sit, and you go, I want to go sit over here. And you go, sit over there. And you see these guys walking around. I mean, back in my hometown, there was a guy named Burnside, and everybody said that he did acid back in, 1975. And his girlfriend got in a car wreck and died while he was on acid, and somebody told him, and he lost his shit completely. All he did was walk around town, smoke cigarettes, and drink Gomar coffee. That's a convenience store in West Virginia. And just sit in the corner, and then he'd walk over to another corner and smoke, and if it started raining and storming, he'd just sit there and he'd smoke it. Because he had it. What could he do? Nothing stuck. And, I finally had to take that lizard of mine, as I was trucking him everywhere. with me. He came to work. I hit him. I took him to the hospital that I was checking to every once in a while, and I hide him under the bed.
You took the lizard to work.
So
That's right.
You're toting around homeless with a lizard when you did have a home, and now you have to carry this little guy around and feed him.
That's right. I caught cockroaches for him in the parks at nighttime,
Oh,
and I give him water in the daytime. And I look into his little cage in my little philosopher bag, and I say, "Don't worry, buddy. It's going to get better. You got to live in this little cage for now, and then I got to live outside. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there." Well, finally, they found him at the hospital, and they said, "Dude, he's got to go, or you got to go, or whatever." And I'm like, "All right." So I went and hid him for a night out by the river, and then the next day I called all the places to be like, "Can someone please take this homeless lizard? Someone would take this homeless lizard," and everyone was like, "No, we don't want that lizard because he's really mean. They bite, they don't let go, blah, blah, blah." So the herpetoculture community in Nashville, Tennessee wanted nothing to do with this lizard, just like apparently all the housing people don't want anything to do with me, because like his aggressive attitude is like the equivalent of my non-existent credit. You know what I mean? So I just walked as far out as I could in the bushes, and I finally set him down and let him go. And I said, "Well, run, Bunny, run." And he didn't run, and I thought that he would, and then I tried to pick him up, and he wanted to bite the shit out of me. I'm just guessing that the natural instincts would have kicked in, and he'll just be fine out there, little man. And that was 2 months ago. So he's either out there, and after 8 years, he's only got like a 9 to 10 year life expectancy. I'm gonna hope that he had a nice. If he did get eaten by something, at least he got to live in the wild for a while, rather than be cooped up in a 30-gallon tank. You know what I mean?
That's insane.
And sometimes when you do have housing, I had it all last year. I was paying rent on time. I was going to work. I was getting there. I was paying all the bills. The cycle. I'm in the house. I want to clean the house. I want to walk in the house. I want to pay money for a house. Pay money for a box. And so that becomes so routine that part of me wonders. It's like, well, are you really in any hurry to get back into it? Because stuff happens. But that's the month-to-month situation, is that people know that you aren't completely accommodated. You don't have that comfortable look, I didn't just rise out of bed. I rose from a concrete slab, and I'm here, and I barely slept, you know what I mean? To the point where I'm, like, hallucinating halfway through the day. And people are like, "I'm tired. I watched TV until midnight, and then I just ate some chips, and I just couldn't sleep." Rah, 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 rah. But I mean,
we're like, "Motherfucker, I've been eating cockroaches."
Sleeping on rocks.
Some people have traumatic experiences that and that turn them into these street wonders, and other people just do it out of choice. I met a guy a couple of summers ago while, hoboing around through the cracks of civilization. He was like, I don't like the indoors, man. I did a lot of time when I was younger. I don't like being locked up. And he looked out at the park, and he goes, "I got the river, I got the sky, I got the ducks, and they call me homeless. They call me homeless. Can you believe that?" I said, "I feel you, man. I feel you."
And then he starts speaking
We're going to get by,
himself.
boys. We're going to get by because, to get accustomed to comfort is the bad thing, The whole my shirt's sticking to my back because it's a little bit humid in here. That's the least of my concerns at the moment. You know what I mean? It's a fleeting little sensation. You know what I mean? And the older you get, and the more you put yourself through, and I mean put yourself through by like I'm making the choice to not be completely pampered right now. The thinner the wall between pleasure and pain becomes, and you just acknowledge it for this and acknowledge it for that. It's like that feels good. That doesn't feel so good, but I'm going to endure it no matter what, because life is the great indulgence of sensation and experience and light and sound and laughter, and death is the great abstinence of it. There's the great void, just complete, gone, just...
All right, Dale, well, we're out of time. Thanks you for...
Did he hang up?
He did. He hung up.
I knew it. I could feel that hang up coming. I could feel that. That was Dale J. Gordon, Nashville recording artist. He'll have a house soon. I know he will. He's a good guy. Go check him out. DALE space letter J Gordon. I want to thank the 405 Media, Mr. John G. I want to thank Darren Snyder at Indian Tune.
You know what we forgot to do? Secret Lover.
Oh, man. I want to take this time to thank Secret Lover Podcast at Secret Lover Pod for being the #1 Dawson's Creek champs.
And thanks to Lauren Kristen Cisner for making the questions. I forgot to thank her.
And thank you to Radio Fubar, who should be putting us live soon.
Thanks to David Allee for talking to us about his hospital Slenderman experience.
ChrisBreakshow.com.